We like to hang by our feet.
2nd and 8. Bono takes off and slides to a halt at the 4. First down.
You're insinuating that we're creatures of the night. We hang by our feet.
Well, daytime's tough on us. We'll be kicking off when we usually have a production meeting.
1st and goal at the 5. You know, we were talking about Emmitt Smith before. Jimmy Johnson earlier today said that he does not anticipate that Emmitt will practice until at least a week from today.
I'd bet on it.
So the Cowboys await their first-round playoff,
which dramatically tells you what would have happened if the Giants would have won that game and the Cowboys would have had to play this coming Saturday or something.
Catch is made at the 1, but not in is Brent Jones. He gets to the half-yard line.
Talk about a colossal win by the Cowboys. If they were forced to play this coming Sunday instead of the Giants playing, you'd think that there's a good chance they would have had to play that game without Emmitt Smith. And we all know that's a vastly different team without number 22.
Yes. Our opener closed tonight, but our opener was Washington Redskins defeating the Dallas Cowboys a few years ago, it seems like.
2nd and goal. And Bono in for the touchdown.
Well, they keep working away. With an extra point, they'll get within 3.
Look at Bud Carson. There's some speculation as to what he will do next year. One of the extraordinary defensive coordinators this game has ever known. Former star, a great coordinator with the Steelers, their glory years. As Bono takes it in with the sneak. There's some question as to what Bud Carson will be doing next year.
Mike Coffer for the point after Bono scores his first touchdown of the season. Extra point is good. 4:41 left in regulation. 34-31 Philadelphia.
Overtime.
Historically, Chrysler luxury liners have had all the excitement of a bowl of prunes, said Motor Trend magazine. Enter the Chrysler New Yorker. 24 valves, 214 horses, and award-winning cab-forward design.
Come on, get the lead out.
No prune, but it is available in black cherry. The Chrysler New Yorker, an eloquent expression of form following function.
ABC's Monday Night Football is being brought to you by Chrysler Plymouth, a division of the Chrysler Corporation. KFC, try the Colonel's new rotisserie gold chicken. At KFC, they do chicken right. And Transamerica for life insurance and financial services. The power of the pyramid is working for you. Our stellar crew.
That's the longest Richie Westline has ever remained stationary. Upright.
You sure of that? Well, Mike Coffer will kick off. Bono and Steve Young don't over things. Herschel Walker ready to run the kick back. 4:41 left in the 4th quarter. 34-31 Eagles. Bouncing kick by Sikahema. Brings it back out to the 31-yard line. Well, it's the end of the regular season, so we'll go through some league leaders. Smith wins the rushing crown 3rd year in a row. 5.3 yards per carry. The league average this year, 3.9. Thurman Thomas, the durable one, leading in attempts. Marcus Allen, rushing touchdowns. He had 12 and 3 through the air. Young wins the pass rating title, 3rd year in a row. Yards per pass, 8.7. That's terrific. Elway edges Young in yardage by 7 yards, and Young throws 39 scoring strikes to lead in that department. 29. From the 31, Brisker flips one out to Herschel Walker. And he's run out of bounds after a gain of 3. Some other leaders. The receivers, Jerry Rice, of course, here tonight. Always up among the leaders in certain categories. Sterling Sharp, 112 most receptions. Yards on catches, Rice again. James Jett of the Raiders, 23.4 per reception. And Rice and Risen each caught 15 touchdown passes. But as we said before, Rice led the league in touchdowns because he also had 1 rushing for a total of 16. Walker makes the catch and is taken down at the 36-yard line.
Don't you know that pleases Al Davis and Art Shell when they have a receiver that leads the league in yards per reception? That's Raider philosophy at its very best as they stretch the field. Of course, Jaeger ends up leading the league in points scored with 132.
Norm Johnson, a terrific year, and Greg Montgomery in punting. Mike Horan of the Giants.
Look at that by Norm Johnson, 96.3. Only missed 1 field goal the entire season.
That is
for the
truly
Falcons.
amazing.
That is.
And Horan going to Giant Stadium, where it's vastly different, certainly, than it was at Denver.
Nate Odoms and Eugene Robinson tied in interceptions. Mike Bankston of Phoenix recovering opponents' fumbles. Eugene Robinson in takeaways. Neil Smith, and we'll see him on Saturday in the wild card game, led the league in sacks this year with 15. By the way, with Jeff Jaeger, Jaeger tied the NFL record for most field goals in the season, 35. Now owns that mark along with Ali Haji Sheikh, who did it with the Giants. Tyrone Hughes, the rookie from Nebraska, led in punt return average. Robert Brooks of Green Bay in kickoff return average. Eric Metcalf, combined yards are rushing, receiving, and kick returns. Yards from scrimmage, rushing and receiving only, and Emmitt Smith with 1,900.
Eric Metcalf with the combined yardage. That's a figure that his father led the league in, and at one time held the NFL record for most yards.
He do about 300 of those against Pittsburgh Steelers, didn't he?
3rd and 5 after the 49ers took a timeout to conserve some time. 4:13 left on the clock. Rister throws to the wide open Herschel Walker, and he takes it to the 49er 45-yard line and a Philly first down.
Rister reading that blitz and did not even attempt to drop into the pocket. He knew he did not have enough blockers. It was a full blitz coming by the 49ers, and he just started in a sprint to the sidelines looking for, there he is, looking for a receiver. He knows he's in trouble. And Herschel Walker pulled up, got him an open spot. Rister was able to get it to him.
100 yards tonight from scrimmage for Herschel Walker. Rister, meanwhile, is over the 300-yard mark in the air, 311. And now Philly will use the clock as James Joseph bangs his way to the 35, and it might be a first down. Burton Hanks with the tackle. And it is. So the Eagles now will use as much of the clock as they can, and reaching for his hamstring is Joseph. And I suppose if you're going to have a hamstring problem, there's no better time than with 3 minutes to go in the season. Little time to recover.
Easy for you to say.
Well, true. Anton Davis will probably drag him off the field.
Rister counting it down to the final second on the play clock.
EMS Davis.
Oh! That goes real good with a hamstring pull, doesn't it? Woo. Tim McDonald.
He does bring a load when he hits you.
Well, the hamstring doesn't hurt anymore.
It's a long 3 minutes left in James Joseph's season. Woo.
Tim McDonald on the way to a Pro Bowl, one of 7 49ers. 4 of them across that offensive front 7. It came in quietly from Phoenix as one of the better safety men in this league. Was an unprotected free agent this year and is on the way to Honolulu.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line. Joseph, he's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage by Dana Stubblefield. Now the 49ers elect to utilize their final timeout, and the clock will stop once more at the 2-minute warning. So James Joseph straining a hamstring and then taking 2 pretty vicious pops here.
You know, either that or he might have a cramp, too. He grabbed the other leg a moment ago.
A timeout call by the 49ers. Well, our executive producer through all of these glorious weeks, Jack O'Hara. Ken Wolf, as always, completing his 8th year. A fabulous job in the truck. And Craig Jano completes his 6th as our illustrious director. For Joey Chavo, and he's been here almost since day one, our technical director. And
he looks like
it. Yes, he does.
22 years, I think, now.
Ben Harvey, our associate director. A traveling man, Dick Buffington, and Emily Deutsch produced our halftimes this year. Andrew Becker, the associate producer. Bob Simon, Ed McKenna, Dennis Zabo, and Jim Licata putting the crew together every week. Fred King and Margaret Schaefer doing a terrific job as always. The Hurt guys, Steve and Peter, when Steve was away doing baseball, handling our information. George Hill, Malibu, Kelly Hayes, and Kirsten Anderson keeping everything going up here in the booth. Bill Monahan on the sideline, and Mark Amento and Brian Mogelson with the computer stats. And the rest of the gang doing a great job putting this all together, and our traveling band of gypsies, our cameramen, our tape operators, and all the boys and girls, a fabulous job again. 3rd and 11 at the 36-yard line. Wrister intended for Young and incomplete. And so the 49ers are going to get it back. John Johnson put the pressure on that time. And the rest of the gang, a lot of people in New York and around the country. B.O.N.E. is what it's called. And our guys, and there they are. Every crew likes to say we've got the best cameramen in the world. We do.
We mean it. Well,
yep.
Some of those guys have been here a while. Drew, he goes back to the beginning.
Black and white.
Next year, our 25th year of Monday Night Football coming up.
Jeff Eagles to punt. Cardinals going to let it go, and is it saved at the 1?
Either way, it would have
been. Otis Smith saving it inside the 5-yard line. They're going to spot it at the 3, at least for the moment, pending a conference.
Well, I think had he just let that ball bounce, it would have gone out at about the 1-yard line. Of course, you never know, but it looked like it was going to catch the corner.
The kicker batted the ball prior to going into the end zone. Therefore, it belongs to San Francisco, where it went out of bounds. 1st and 10.
Nifty piece of ball work by Otis Smith.
Very nifty.
It looks like Kenny Anderson driving the lane. That's nice. So a long way to go to get a field goal to tie this up for the 49ers.
And a lot of people out there haven't played much together.
Our videotape crew right there.
Giabella represented there.
The wildest gang in the business. We love them.
Dogs bark and the caravan moves on.
That's it. Without a timeout from the 3-yard line, the Niners trying to get in the field goal range, and the catch is made by Nate Singleton.
Nate Singleton has made a couple of good moves tonight.
Up at the 36-yard line.
Well, this game is right in sync with what we saw yesterday and last night in the National Football League. A lot of quality football, a lot of very competitive football games, and this is no exception.
Here's the 2-minute warning. Back after this message from the NFL.
He was perhaps the greatest running back the game has ever known. And on the day he set the NFL's all-time rushing record, his uniform was sent to the Hall of Fame. His own arrival was only a matter of time.
Hi, I'm Walter Payton. My induction into Pro Football's Hall of Fame is an honor that will always be special to me. But that honor was made even more special because my son Jared presented me for enshrinement, something that no other son has done for his father.
Your friends and your fans, I say congratulations too.
We're both thrilled with the hall itself, a treasure chest of football history with its regal enshrinement gallery, its action theater, its authentic mementos and exhibitions. From 100 years of pro football, the Hall does more than celebrate